Hello everyone, welcome to Beyond the Book English Literature. In today's video, I will be interpreting and analyzing another poem by Professor Dr. R.N. Tiwari named Self Financed Degree College Teacher. This powerful poem offers a poignant reflection on the struggles and challenges faced by self financed degree college teachers. Through its vivid imagery, rich symbolism, and emotional depth, the poem conveys a sense of frustration, disillusionment, and desperation that many educators in this position experience. As a work of poetry, this piece is a masterful example of the power of language to evoke emotions, challenge assumptions, and inspire reflection. Its exploration of the human experience is both profound and deeply moving, making it a poem that will resonate with readers long after they finish reading it. So let's jump on the very first stanza of this poem, that is, as a self financed degree college teacher, hung amid sound and scent. 36 of life, paddling in fix. In security find have I spent, with spedded estuary from main canal to the sandy desert of dead seeds sown. Out of that, only two or three will sprout. Oh, pity. Flaunts in flap, but fade and find rot. Lo, neither irrigates nor vaporizes but rains. In vain, in flowing river that souls praise. Betwixt frothing flood and flowing drought. Thus, convoying in cordon the fortress of womb, the child in arm, here do I tomb. The second stanza is tingles, 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 the tom tingles. Poignant pains pinch heart of crimes. On mercy, mat belying spread eagled. With why and where oft question chimes. First head, then back, then on feet I stand, as in dance trained, thithened in juggler's hand. With drum ding dong at whistle I punch. My earning slips to the loon that frowns, and throws a morsel as hunter before hound. No government, nor justice, no patron here resides. Backbone broken in patting and hand in shake hand I found. Oh, how plants devoid humidity do dew drops shine. Nothing with me lies that like mushers I steal. For undrained Bhado's earth breeds not too much teal. The third stanza is half tragic hero with half tragic flaw. Day and night intention drawn, a pendulum betwixt hope and fear. To be or not to be has made me brown. Oh, why catharsis disclose the flowing form, turning tragedy into relative norms. The term professor now twits and taunts in the on wherein around the axil of wealth the entire humanity roams. As round the willing vortexed water come and dance the fogging foams. Oh, quite afraid am I of sweetheart wife. Queries in post and papers heart with knife. The next stanza is an elephant am I in the deepest ditch, fallen and mud in crafty craft. That turfed green grass on wattled roof, covering that ditch by cruel craft. Oh, allude on that turfed green grass, with trunk erected, bogged legs I wait. Nothing yet, but just term, trouble, and toil. On the altar of Maluch, myself Maluchize, and bleed to please the fox that licks and smile. Lo, never drinks to lees for further interest. Better so, saves she her own life length at least. But woe be to be me, I live and die unfreed. That surely in next life slavery will breed. So here is the full reading of the stanzas of this particular poem. Let's deal with its interpretation and analysis. The first stanza describes the life of a self financed degree college teacher. The teacher is metaphorically hung amid sound and scent, suggesting a state of being surrounded by the vibrancy of life but perhaps not fully engaging with it due to the constraints of their profession. The line 36 of life padding in fix implies that the teacher is in their mid to late 30s and feels a sense of stagnation or being stuck padding in fix. The security fine have spent indicates that the teacher has invested their security, possibly financial or emotional, in their job. The imagery of a sandy desert of dead seed sown where only two or three will sprout is a powerful metaphor for the barrenness and low success rate of their efforts. The petty flaunts in a flap but fade and fry in drought suggests that any initial enthusiasm or effort flaunts is short lived and ultimately fails, that is, fade and fry due to lack of nourishment or support, drought. The line "low" neither irrigates nor vaporizes but drains implies that the system or environment does not support growth and instead it drains resources. The stanza concludes with the image of a river that soul sprays but is ineffective, caught between fro nothing flood and frowning drought, symbolizing the teacher's efforts being thwarted by circumstances. The final line, thus conveying in cordon the fetus of womb, the child in arm here do I tomb, is a poignant expression of the teacher's feeling of nurturing or protecting something, possibly their career or personal aspirations, that is not thriving and instead is being buried or lost. The second stanza is The second stanza continues the themes of hardship and struggle. The repetition of tingles followed by the tom tingles creates a sense of discomfort or pain associated with the teacher's situation. The poignant pain's pinch heart of crime suggests a deep emotional pain, possibly related to feelings of guilt or injustice. The image of lying spread eagled on a marshy mat with questions of why and where, churning implies a state of confusion and questioning one's circumstances. The lines first head, then back, then on feet I stand, as in dance, trained, tethered in juggler's hand, suggests a forced adaptability or resilience as if the teacher is being manipulated or controlled. The drum ding dong to whistle I pounds could indicate a reaction to external stimuli or pressures. The earning slips to the loon that frowns is a metaphor for financial instability or loss. The line and throws a morsel as hunter before hound implies a meager existence where one is barely surviving. The stanza highlights the lack of support from government nor justice, no patron, emphasizing the teacher's isolation. The backbone broken in patting and hand in shake hand I found suggests a loss of integrity or autonomy in exchange for superficial approval or support. The third stanza appears to be a poetic and philosophical reflection on the human condition. Here is a breakdown of its meaning. The opening line, a pendulum betwixt hope and fear, suggests a state of being torn between two opposing emotions or states of being. The reference to be, not to be is a nod to Shakespeare's Hamlet, implying a deep existential questioning. The line, "Oh, why catharsis does close the flowing form," suggests that the speaker is lamenting the loss of emotional release or purging catharsis that once allowed for a more fluid or dynamic expression of emotions. Instead, tragedy has become normalized, turning tragedy into relative norms. The image of a term professor now twits and taunts implies a sense of mockery or ridicule from someone in a position of authority or knowledge. The phrase "in the aeon wherein around the axle of wealth the entire humanity roams" suggests that humanity is revolving around the axis of wealth, implying a critique of materialism or the pursuit of wealth as a dominant human drive. The next few lines, as round the whirling vortexed water come and dance the fogging foams, create a vivid and dreamlike image, possibly symbolizing the chaotic and unpredictable nature of human existence. The final two lines, "Oh, quite afraid am I of sweetheart wife," queries in post and pay purse heart with knife, reveal the speaker's deep seated fear of their loved one, possibly their wife, and the pain caused by unanswered questions or unresolved issues. The line shows queries in post and pay that cut deep into the heart. Overall, this stanza presents a complex and introspective exploration of human emotions, existential crisis, and the search for meaning in a chaotic world. The final stanza of this poem describes a state of being trapped or stuck in a difficult situation, likened to an elephant in a deep ditch. The use of crafty craft suggests deceit or manipulation, and cruel graft implies exploitation or corruption. The image of green grass on a wetted roof covering the ditch indicates a false or deceptive appearance of safety or prosperity. The speaker is drawn to his seemingly safe or attractive situation that is soft green grass but is actually trapped with their trunk erected, bogged legs, waiting in vain. The stanza concludes with the speaker sacrificing themselves, monochized to appease a powerful or exploitative force, the fox suggesting a loss of autonomy or freedom. So, this was the overall interpretation of this poem. What do you think about this poem? Let me know in the comments. And surely I'm going to appear with the next poem. We will meet soon. Thank you.